Tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
And good afternoon, I should say once again, good evening. Good evening, no more afternoons. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon to those out west. This is the Friday edition of Primetime Live with Philly Pete. I am your host, the one, the only Philly Pete, and we're here live on the 24/7 12 Ounce Sports streaming platform and, of course, YouTube. Come on in, check us out. Let's rock and roll. Comment section is open. We got sports. We got bets. We got Tyson Paul tonight. Who do you got? Let's rock and roll with some stuff. This show, okay, as always, YouTube, okay, 12 Ounce Sports. We're here and we're live. It's Friday. It's been a week, second week in the books for me with my new job. It's been wild. It's been great. It's been crazy. It's been busy. It's been awesome. That's all I gotta say. It's been a great ride so far. I'm excited. So new beginnings for myself for sure. Hopefully everyone had a great week. All right. Punching the entire week in the face. We're back tonight. Hopefully that's what Tyson does tonight to Jake Paul. I know Tyson's been training for this for a while now, ever since his incident on the airplane. But I know we know how these go. You're at AT&T Stadium. Jake Paul's getting all this money. And we know at the end of the day, it's some of these fights are just absolutely silly. Does Tyson knock him out in the first round? It's possible. I think it's due. I think it's overdue. Just the fact that I can't stand the Paul brothers at all, but I mean, they got you got to give them respect. You have to. This will be fun to watch, and it's on Netflix. So, it's like, we're not paying, $60, $70 to watch a fight. It's on Netflix. You have Netflix, you're good to go. I sure do. I'll be definitely chiming in the next hour with all the coverage and see what we got going on. But in the meantime, we hit just want to get this off my chest. We hit a very nice. This is a rare play that I have done in the NHL for my Dub Club members. It was a 5-unit extra rare, first time ever since I've capped hockey in 8 years, that I had a 5-unit play. And last night it was the Grand Salami over 61.5. Got that by the skin of our teeth. Ended up with 62 goals. 5-unit winner cashes out. Those that signed up got the free 5-unit play for free. That's what it's all about. This weekend will be the end of it. So those that want to sign up, you better sign up. You have until Sunday evening. Okay, Sunday around 5 o'clock, I'm going to shut that down. But I will be doing discounts, monthly discounts, rest of the season discounts for the NHL to those that want to join. But if you sign up today, you get a free week of plays from yours truly. And we've been hot. Okay, we've been doing pretty darn well. Night before, we split our 2 3-unit plays. We went 1-1. But other than that, last night was a big winner for us. Big winner. So let's grab that. And we got 4 plays tonight for the clients. So I'll be busting that out, right after the show here. All right. Without further ado, let's get to the hot topics here. All right. Now, couple of headlines. We'll talk NBA just because Friday nights are always a big basketball night. You have the NBA Cup group play going on right now. Miami, Indiana. You have Philly, Orlando, Detroit, Toronto, Washington, Atlanta. You have Chicago, the still undefeated Cleveland Cavs at 13-0. Brooklyn, New York, Lakers, San Antonio, Clippers, Houston, Denver, New Orleans, and the list goes on. I'm just going to throw a crazy throw out and just go Chicago money line, Chicago Bulls money line, personal play. I know for a little bit of cash, Cleveland's due, and you have a 5-7 Bulls team. I mean, you never know. Cleveland could run them out of the ballpark. They could win and be 14-0, but Cleveland is eventually going to lose. Okay, we know that it's going to happen. So I'm just going to take a little chance here, a little flyer, put it on the money line for the Bulls for tonight, and we'll see what happens there. Speaking of, let's see what that line is actually, because we might get some good money. Yeah, plus 375 on the money line. I know the line is ridiculous. It's 10.5. I wouldn't mind the 10.5 plus 10.5 for Chicago, but that plus 375 on the money line looks mighty tasty. Why not for Friday? A lot of weird things happen on Fridays. It's a full moon tonight. So, and not too long ago in Chicago, Cleveland won 119-113. It went over too. So, do we see an over game? Quite possibly. But do we see Chicago winning this? It's possible. So the over is 239. That's a little insane, considering that the last game we had 232. So 238 might be a little much. The other might be a good play, but I'm just going to take a shot. Bulls plus 10.5 and the money line. A little personal play to those that are interested. Cavs are going to have to lose eventually. All right, Jokic, he's out for tonight against for Denver. He's out tonight, personal reasons. Kyrie sits out versus the Jazz, strained shoulder. Melton ruled out with an ACL sprain. Wemby hits a milestone 50-point game for Wemby. I mean, a lot of people doubted him. A lot of people doubted him when he got drafted. Oh, here we go, like another a 7-foot scrawny player. Overseas, you don't see a lot of him. What's going to happen? But so far, so good. I'm liking what I see from him so far in his NBA career. Okay. Cavaliers, they held off the Sixers. 6th team ever to start 13-0. Sixers were just absolute booty right now. Just a lot of bad karma. This was a team where in the offseason they made a so-called big splash on Paul George. I still hate that. I never liked Paul George as a signing. He's too old. He's been on numerous teams, and he's fragile. So I'm not really sure. Everybody that I know loved the addition. I hated it, and I'm proving myself to be right. So we'll go from there. And just the fact that the Sixers are finally going to get over that hump. Like, no, they're not. They're 2-9. I know it's a long season, but I just don't like the way nor the direction of this team's going. So, that's how I feel with the Sixers team right now. All right, let's go to some. Let's go to NBA. Let's go free play. Okay, we'll go free play. Take a commercial. We'll talk what's on tap for college football this weekend, and then we'll get into hockey. Go game by game. We have 5 games tonight on the ice, so we'll go through each one. Give you guys a free play, and we'll rock out into the weekend on a good note. Okay. Free NBA play tonight. Now, like I said, I have my personal play tonight. Bulls money line plus 10.5. I'm digging that. Again, it's for all I know they could get blown out, but I just kind of like that spot there. Brooklyn, New York. Okay, we have a battle of basically New York. Nets, Knicks, Brooklyn plus 11. It's dropped to 10. You could probably get 10.5. Look anywhere. Look for your best spot. But I have 10.5 right here for Brooklyn plus 10.5. That's what I'm leaning at. I feel though it's going to be a closer game. And don't get me wrong, the Knicks are a more talented team for sure. But Brooklyn's 9-3 against the spread and 4-2 against the spread when they're an 8.5 points or more dog. So that's some good numbers right there. Knicks are just 5-6 against the spread. Nets have the size, they have inside presence, and I feel like the Knicks haven't been this favored this largely in quite some time, let alone this season. Nets are also 7-2 against the spread as dogs, and they basically seem to be, playing these so-called playoff teams pretty well. So I like it. I think it's a lot of points to cover for New York, considering that they haven't really been the best. And on top of that, Bridges, Brunson, and Karl-Anthony Towns are game-time decisions. Nets are also 5-1 against the spread on the road thus far. Stats are in the direction of Brooklyn on that large number. Give me the Brooklyn Nets plus 10.5 tonight as my NBA free play. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, let me take a quick 2-minute commercial break. When I get back, we'll talk some college football, see who we like here this weekend, and we'll talk some NHL to wrap up the show. This is the Friday edition of Primetime Live with Philly Pete. Sit back, relax, give me two, and I'll be back.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking that quick 2-minute commercial break with me. This is the Friday edition of Primetime Live with Philly Pete. I'm your host, the one, the only Philly Pete. We're here live on, of course, a 24/7, 12 Ounce Sports streaming platform, and of course, YouTube. Come on in, subscribe to 12 Ounce Sports, give us a thumbs up. Comment section is open. What do you like tonight in NBA, college football, NFL this weekend, NHL tonight or this weekend? Let me know. Drop a comment, drop a like. Follow us, subscribe, do everything. Let's rock and roll. It's the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully everyone has their drink of choice this evening as well. It's been a great week. Second week of my new job in the books. Ready to rock and roll. So very much excited. Those that missed out on my NBA free play, we're going to rock the Brooklyn Nets plus 10.5 for tonight. I also am going to take a long shot and take the Chicago Bulls money line at plus 375 to beat the undefeated Cavs. They're going to lose eventually, so why not just throw a couple dollars there, a little bit of a lotto for sure. Okay. When you're making your bets tonight, be smart. Hit up mybookie.ag. Use that promo code 12ounce sports, 12OZ sports, all one word. That's mybookie.ag. They'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. They also stream live sports as well. Great asset, great book. Check it out today. You won't be disappointed. Also, YouTube, we have our 12-ounce sports betting subscription as well via YouTube. Okay, $6 for the month, $60 for the year. You're getting great sharp capping, experience from a bunch of us on this network here. You get daily fantasy. You get Gamble Guy, who also has been red hot with his best bets lately. I give everyone best bets. So check it out today. It's cheap services, transparent, consistent. We've been, when we're on fire, we're on fire. We really are. For $6 for the month, you can't really say no to that. Really, you shouldn't. You shouldn't need to. It's absolutely cheap. Let alone $60 for the month. I'm sorry, $60 for the year. Excuse me, $6 for the month, $60 for the year. Simple as that. So, plus you get 3 days for free on top of that when you sign up. So sign up today. You get get your feet wet, see how we're all about, and we'll go from there. Hockey fans out there, I have a Dub Club link on my profile. A couple of you have been signed up for the free week for sure, and turning off your auto renew. I don't know why, because we've been hitting pretty well lately, especially last night when you hit a 5-unit play last night with the Grand Salami over. My first 5-unit play since I started capping this sport 8 years ago. So it's very, very interesting nonetheless. But if you sign up today, once again, a free week in the NHL with plays. I will be shutting that off at the end of the weekend. And I will be, however, discounting monthly subscriptions and yearly subscriptions. So we'll go from there, and we'll keep cashing. We'll keep cashing like we've been doing so far this season. Simple as that. All right, college football weekend. All right, we got another one coming up. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy and wild how quick NFL and college football seasons go. I mean, it's just like I was just at Penn State like 2 months ago almost. It's crazy how fast it comes and goes. Really, you're like, all right, waiting all year, waiting all summer for college football comes back. Next thing you know, you're doing your guys' weekend at Penn State, and then here we are. It's long gone until next year. Absolutely wild. All right, two games tonight. I'm sorry. No, let me get back to that because let's see here. What do we got? Okay, we have a couple games tonight. Wyoming, Colorado State, North Texas, San Antonio. We have UCLA and Washington. I like Washington there. Houston and Arizona. You know what's funny? Arizona was so highly anticipated to be great this year. And it's funny because they're 3-6 and they're absolutely brutal. I don't know why they were ranked. They were ranked to begin with in the beginning of the season because they had a decent success last year. But this team is just they're not good. Arizona will never be a football team. I'm telling you right now. They'll stick to college basketball, but they're ways away from getting back to reality when it comes to college football, unfortunately. Ugly slate in Friday, and I just feel like it's all like Western Conference teams, really. If you're going to give me, I like Colorado State minus 8.5. Wyoming's brutal. They're not good whatsoever. Texas, San Antonio, and North Texas, I see a shootout there. I know over-under is at 73. That's a lot of points. I feel like, first one to 50 wins this game. So that's how I'm feeling. No defense at all in this game. UCLA and Washington. I'm intrigued by Washington minus 4.5. I might even do a parlay, Washington, Colorado State moneyline parlay. See what happens there. But again, it's just an ugly slate on a Friday for college football. It really is. And then the nightcap, Houston, Arizona. I'm not even going to bother touching that one either. So that is that. Going into Saturday. Okay, going into Saturday, we have, Ohio State at Northwestern. Ohio State a 30-point favor. Texas at Arkansas. Texas is only a 12-point favor. I know I expected them to be more around 17. 12.5 is kind of interesting. And Texas should win this game. They should win this game for sure, but you never know. Arkansas somewhat decent at home, but at the end of the day, Texas should run them out of the stadium. I mean, I see them winning by at least 3 touchdowns. So we'll see what happens. Texas should rout Arkansas for sure. But I'm looking through the rest of this schedule here. Clemson -12 at Pitt. Pittsburgh's finally coming down to earth a little bit. Tulane at Navy. Tulane's a touchdown favor. Again, something to consider. But I'm looking through this entire slate, and there's really nothing that's popping out at all. It's kind of not really a great college football Saturday. I mean, it's college football, and bets will be made regardless. But Oregon at Wisconsin. Oregon's 14-point favor. Can Wisconsin keep it close? It's possible. Okay, that should be interesting. And then the game of all games, Tennessee at Georgia. You're telling me that Georgia is a 10-point favor? Number 7 Tennessee at number 12 Georgia, and you're telling me that Georgia is a 10-point favor at home. Something's telling me that Georgia's going to blow out this team. Georgia's either going to blow out Tennessee or Tennessee's going to straight up win this game. That's crazy. I feel as though the books are telling you to take Tennessee at that 9.5, 10 spot. I might flip it. I might say Georgia. They lost last week, and I feel like they'll come out guns blazing. I think they'll take care of business against Tennessee. It just really depends what kind of Georgia team we see. That's how I feel. I'm going to roll with Georgia. I hate to see that Tennessee is that much of a dog, but something's telling me like this is like a sucker game where everyone's going to take Tennessee and they're going to get destroyed. That's just how I feel. Same with this BYU Kansas game. Kansas 3-6 at BYU, who's 9-0, and BYU is only 2.5-point favor. Some of these lines are sketchy. They really are. You would think BYU should blow out Kansas. Unless that's ESPN's fault, but I am reading 2.5. I like BYU. They should take care of business against Kansas. Georgia, that's a big spread for Georgia to cover. My quick picks here, if I'm going to be honest, I like Wisconsin plus 14. I like Georgia minus 9.5, minus 10. I like BYU minus 2.5. That's just a little nutty. So I'm kind of interested to see why it's like that. We'll see. Books are always strange. They always sucker you into specific bets. All right, NHL tonight. We'll run through this real fast. Pittsburgh Columbus over under set at 6.5 here. Pittsburgh minus 120 on the money line. This is about split. 65% is on the over. I like the first period over. I like the full game over 6.5 as well. We're going to see goals. 19, 13, and 1 to the over between these two teams combined. I like Columbus here on the money line, however, at plus 110. I won't take a dog. It's Friday. It's a full moon. I expect some upsets here tonight. I do. And Columbus is one of my 2 teams for tonight that I see with a dog value and likely should win this game here tonight. Or at least that's how I'm feeling. Columbus plus 110, full game over 6.5, first period over 1.5. Vegas, Utah. Vegas minus 120. That's it. 70% of the public money is on Vegas, on the money line. Over-unders at 6. 18, 13, and 1 between these two on the overs. I'm laying off this total, considering that Utah could either score 4 or 1 or even nothing, really. I feel like Utah's kind of come back to reality, a little inconsistency lately. They put up 4 on Carolina the other night. But I like Vegas in this spot here. That's a cheap price for a good team. So I'm taking it. I'm taking Vegas money line minus 120. I lean under 6 in this spot too. Just a slight feeling, but I like Vegas. Vegas money line under 6 is my play here in this game here tonight. 1 7:00 game and 3 9:00 games. You only have 4 games, 5 games on tap here tonight. And then you have a 10:00 p.m. game, which should be interesting. Nashville Calgary over under here is at 6. Nashville minus 120 on the money line. Calgary plus 110. 70% of the public money on Calgary on the money line. It looks like 60% of the public money on the under. I lean under 6 in this spot. Again, I dig the under. I also I just feel like, Nashville is starting to kind of slowly come back to winning games. And I feel like this is going to be another spot for them. Calgary kind of cooled off a little bit. No pun intended, but they have cooled off from the heat that they've been riding from the beginning of the year when they were red hot. 5-4, 5-6-0. But I like Nashville in this spot. Nashville minus 120. I lean the under 6. I would probably even buy the half a goal and take the under 6.5 for insurance. That's my lean. I lean more on the under 6.5 than the actual money line. But again, I gotta have a lean for each play here. So Nashville money line under 6.5. I even like the under first period 1.5 goals as well. Not my cup of tea with first period unders, but that's why we'll stick with the full game under 6.5. The over of the night, which I think a lot of people are probably going to be on, Washington, Colorado. Washington plus 150 on the money line. Colorado minus 170. Over under set at over 6.5 at minus 130. 75% of the public money is on Colorado money line. 70% of the public money on the over 6.5. Listen, another spot where I like the first period over, full game over. Okay, first period over 1.5, full game over 6.5. This is my second dog of the night. I'm going with the Washington Capitals money line plus 150 as my play here this evening. A team that's been, they don't lose multiple games in a row. They haven't. And I feel like this team has been very consistent, 10-4-1 this season, playing extremely well. And I like it. You're giving me a 10-4-1 team who's been very good this season and consistent at plus 150 against a so-so Avalanche team who's only 9-8. Don't rub me the wrong way, but I feel as though, again, books are trying to trick you to take Colorado at that minus 165, minus 170-ish. I like the other way. I'm on Washington. Washington plus 150, great value for a consistent team. First period over, full game over, 6.5. The over between these two teams combined is 19, 11, and 2. So the over is has been very profitable between these two teams combined. So give me the first period over, full game over, and the Washington Caps money line at plus 150. There you have it. And last but not least, an interesting game nonetheless, but Detroit-Anaheim. Detroit minus 150 on the money line, which is absurd. Anaheim plus 135 on the money line. 70% of the public money on the Wings money line. 60% of the public money on the under 6.5. Well, you have me at the under 6.5. Okay, I like the under 6.5 in this game here tonight. Detroit-Anaheim. But again, another dog that I like. Full moon, NHL, Freaky Friday. It's usually what happens. And I'm taking Anaheim. Give me the Ducks money line tonight, plus 135. Nice value spot as well for a so-so Detroit team. The under is 19, 9, and 2 between these two teams combined. So another reason why I like the under. So Ducks money line plus 135, under 6.5 for these two teams. All right, my free play for tonight. We're going to rock out Washington, Colorado over 6.5. Can't go wrong with that. I mean, I know it's a minus 130, but I like the spot here. We're going to see goals. We should see goals. I know the Avs really haven't been, putting up potential as they should. Couple 2 goals, couple 3 goals, but it's been under lately for Colorado. I'm biting the dust again, and that's going to be my free play in the NHL. Okay, Washington and the Colorado Avalanche over 6.5 at minus 130 is my free play. Again. Let's rock and roll. Let's have a great weekend. Okay. Don't forget to check out all the books, mybookie.ag. Make sure you hit up the 12-ounce sports betting subscription service that we have. $6 for the month, $60 for the year. And of course, last but not least, the Dub Club app for all NHL fans out there. Free week in the NHL. If you sign up today, I'm still riding until the end of the weekend. So it's your time to shine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it from me. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Have a safe, safe outings wherever you guys are going, and happy betting. I'll talk to you guys on Monday. Good night.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12-Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them. Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12